Hi, I'm Anthony Renna, and this is Strength Coach TV, where we bring you into some of the country's top facilities to give you an idea of how they design their studio based on their program design, their philosophies, and their budget. Today we got a little something different. I did this video about 1.5 years ago for strengthcoach.com, and what I did was, my studio was a little bit smaller at the time, and I went around the studio. I called the video things or costs no one ever tells you about. Basically, it's a lot of things that, you know, everybody talks about equipment and flooring, etc., all that stuff, rent, but there's a lot of little incidentals that no one ever really tells you about, and it really adds up, and you'll see that in the video. So this is a video, a little tour of my studio when I first opened up, and these are costs that no one ever tells you about. Hi, Anthony Renner from the Strength Coach Podcast, strengthandconditioningwebinars.com, and my studio, 5 Iron Fitness in White Plains, New York. Now, we've been getting a lot of great articles about starting your own facility, things that you should think about, how to choose equipment, location, all that stuff. All that stuff is great. What I wanted to do is kind of go through some of the costs that nobody ever tells you about. And really, for me, there were things that once I kind of lived in the space, I knew I needed, and I really didn't plan for them, to be honest with you. But, you know, over time, I kind of added them, and maybe some of these things aren't necessary. But when you're in your space, you want it to be comfortable for your clients, and you want to be comfortable because you're certainly going to be spending a lot of hours here. So we're going to go around my studio, in and out, and look at some of the costs that I had, some of the things I paid for, and some of the things that really you don't always hear about, but it might be a good idea to think about. So we're going to start out. We're not going to go outside. It's a little cold, but I had to put a sign outside. The regular sign, the landlord paid for, but I have a sign, kind of like a banner on the side, almost like an advertisement. That cost me $150, but I didn't really think I was going to get to do that, but there's a cost, and I needed it, and I wanted it, so it's $150. So we're going to start from the outside of my studio and work our way in. Okay, first thing we're going to talk about, we're on the outside of my studio coming in. We already talked about the sign upstairs. Right here, it's winter time. I didn't even realize this. When people come in, I don't want them coming in with their dirty shoes and messing up my rug and my floor. So I had to buy a chair and a little thing to kind of put the shoes in if it's wet or if it's snowing. $16, $20, Home Depot. Got a little mat as you walk in. Now, this is a golf studio, but this stupid thing cost me $30, okay? My bathrooms are locked here. I'm in an office building, so I need to have the keys. I got a little key rack right here. That cost me $10 at the Container Store. As you walk in, you see the mat, $20. Again, do I need it? Maybe I don't need it, but I want it because I want people to wipe their shoes. I got a little coat rack right here. That cost me $30 at the Container Store. And you could probably get one a little bit cheaper, but I wanted something that looks pretty nice. As you walk in, I stole this from my house. We weren't using it. The plant was a gift. This right here, this was $150, believe it or not, at the Container Store. Now again, this isn't something that you needed. It was just something that I thought was kind of nice, and I wanted to add to it. So right here, picture frame, $20. Tissues, gotta have tissues, $3. This was a gift, good thing. This is from a famous photographer of St. Andrews, so good stuff there. I got some towels. Towels cost a lot of money. I only had to buy like 15 of them, but pretty much cost me $100. Bed Bath & Beyond. This thing came in a set. That was $30, little wicker set to kind of put them in. Again, do you need to put that in? No, you don't need to, but I wanted to. I wanted to make it look nice. As you come over here, stole this from my house too. Hopefully my wife's not going to watch this. These right here I got at the Container Store just to kind of be able to store some of the stuff when people first come in. They get on the foam roll and there's a stick and there's some different things here. These things cost me $20. This thing right here, little organizer, I wanted to hang things up. That was $30. I got one on the other side for the Keiser pieces. That was $30 as well. So as we move into here, I'm just trying to look around certain things. Okay, I needed a TV. I wanted a TV in the place. I'm spending a lot of time in here. So, and my clients too like to kind of come in. Sometimes it spurs some conversation. That was $500. The thing to put it up, the mount, That was $100, all right? So who would have thought? I would have never thought. Paid $500 for the TV, $100 for the mount. Now, I have the cable box and I have the computer because the computer is how I get my music, all right? So this thing, I had to have a little shelving system, Home Depot, $30. I had to buy speakers for my system because I didn't just want it coming out of my computer. So I went to Brookstone, bought some wireless speakers. They actually work pretty good, $150. Towels we talked about. This I stole from my landlord upstairs. This is a little fan, $40. Nothing else right there. Have some extension cords, all right? So maybe I have 3 extension cords all around in different areas. Let's just say that cost me about $20 as well. We're gonna move into I have a change room. I don't have bathrooms, but I have a change room. But before we get into there, clients come in, they're gonna start to be able to do some miniband work. They're gonna put the minibands on or they work on the stick. Had to buy this, $80 at Target. It's pretty cheap, but it's cool because I can get some storage in there as well. In here is my little locker room, my changing room. This is a cost that I probably don't need, but I wanted some lockers because I wanted people to be able to feel safe when they have their stuff in here. $500. Some of this stuff I already had. I wanted to put a mirror in here. That cost me $20, Bed Bath & Beyond. Not really finished here, but I still have to get something here to kind of cover that. That's going to cost me a little more money too, but I don't know what that's going to cost yet. Over here, stole that chair from my landlord when he went out of business. Upstairs, got some other things over here, but that really isn't unnecessary. I'm a big coffee drinker, so I had to get a little coffee maker. But lots of garbage cans. I spent $150 on garbage cans for all throughout the studio. The refrigerator, $300. I have a refrigerator because, first of all, I want to bring stuff in for myself, but I give everybody a bottle of water. So that's where I put it, in the refrigerator. Again, $300. Nothing over there really too crazy. Again, that chair I already got. We'll make our way into this room, into my other room. Everything else in here, that picture was, that was a gift, so I won't count that. But this sign right here, I wanted, because I do a lot of videos on the internet, and I wanted that to be in the background. That cost me $100. Coming in here, we'll start over on this side. I have 2 entrances here. So pretty much I had to duplicate. I have a golf pro that in the winter he rents out some space for me. So they have an entrance too. Coat rack, $49. This thing, stole from my landlord when he went out of business, but the water, it costs me $15 every time I have to replace one of these. More garbage cans, we talked about that. You need cups for the water too. This, again, we talked about. That was another $80 though. I had to get one for him over here on this side. All this stuff, I do have a storage bin back there. That cost me $10 at Home Depot. Home Depot is a great resource, by the way. This stuff is really, this was just for the Golf Pro, but that stuff I already had. We talked about my speakers. Right here, this was a gift, thank God, but it cost me $600 to frame it, okay? So lots of little costs that you never know. I'm gonna go over here. This thing, this cost a lot of money, but I really didn't need this. This is just something that I wanted. That was $1,000 though. We're not gonna include that. Okay, I wanted to put the medicine balls up on something. Home Depot, $69. Perform Better, I think these are about $25 each, just to get the balls in the air to give me some more room. Other than that, my last thing here is, or 2 more things, had to hang these guys up. That was at Container Store, $19. And then clocks. Clocks cost $30 each, and I have one on each side. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of, just so you're not surprised when you're opening a facility, you gotta save some money to put on the side just in case, and also you gotta make the place kind of nice for yourself. You have to be here a lot, you have to make it comfortable. So some of these things, although we don't need them, it's nice to have. And don't forget, we didn't even go in my office, but I don't want to include that because some of that stuff I have for the podcast and the webinar. So, but opening a facility, you do need another computer and a printer and all that stuff. But just some costs to think about when you're thinking about opening your facility. All right, I'm here at Perform Better Functional Training Summit. I'm here with Conrad Ibert, one of the facility design experts at Perform Better, and they did something different this year at the summit. They have a special booth. You can see we're standing on the turf, so you get a good feel about what the turf would feel like and look like. We also have at the table, and we'll show you in a second, is a bunch of different flooring, so you could get a really good feel. Conrad, talk to us about what you're doing at the booth this year. Talk to us about the new 3D model.
Well, basically we've gone to a 3D format. Usually when you go with the two-dimensional format, everything's dropped in place. It looks great until you get on site because you don't really have a feel for how things flow and how things look. So we've gone with the 3D modeling,
right over here,
which you can see right over here. This is just one of the facilities that we've done recently. We're able to give you a virtual walkthrough so you can see exactly how things look, how things feel. You get a better feel for how it's going to flow, how your facility is going to look. So you're able to see the end product before you actually purchase anything.
So what do? They're going to call you. You guys are going to go over the dimensions.
Yeah.
And
Basically, we need a phone call. Obviously, you guys have to call us in. Once that's done, we get a feel for the type of training you're doing, how many clients you're going to have in there, how many trainers you're going to have in there, what your wish list is for equipment-wise. Based on that, we'll make a couple suggestions. You're on the right path, or we might suggest something else. And then we also need the dimensions in the room so we can create one of these drawings and pull the walls up, so to speak, and kind of just show you everything, finished product, along with a price quote. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. We also go over different flooring options that we have based on your needs or what type of training you might be doing in there. We might suggest a turf over the colored flooring or the all colored flooring. There's different colors. There's different types of flooring, just depending again on what you guys are looking for, what your need is, and the type of training you're doing in the facility.
Awesome. So remember, you still have the Chicago and the Long Beach summits. These guys will be there. You can come talk to Conrad in person, or you can shoot Conrad an email at Perform Better.